Well, hello. Welcome to my directionless channel. Here you can find a void and lack of direction. Just like my life. So, you can already tell from the title, but this video is going to be about my art showcase analysis. I'm going to cover the notes I decided not to mention in the video. And by the way, if you haven't watched the analysis video, please do. The art showcase segments have way more to them than you probably think, but well, whatever. Let's just get to it. This is gonna be a similar situation with my iceberg video where it's not scripted. I literally only have 4 notes. I have the intro note, which is the only part that's scripted of this video, just the intro. Now I have 3 notes. And literally this note is a bonus vid about art show. That's a note. I put that as a note in here. I'm gonna be opening up the video and my notes real quick, and I'll be kind of like explaining why I didn't include it and what it is as I watch it. So first we have weird resupply model, revamped resupply model yet to be used. So that's like a literal note. You can already see that. It's like, doesn't really explain what it is, just kind of like notes down like, okay, this is a weird model. I didn't include that one for a very simple reason. It does appear like that is an unused resupply model. I think the current one we have is very similar to this one, but there's like very minor differences, and I thought it was not worth mentioning. It's just like, most people will say, oh, that isn't the game, but no, but I literally point out that, okay. Next we have unused screen model with small keyboard at 33.59. So this one was just kind of part of the rig segment of the like weird rig models I could find, and I mentioned a bunch of them, and I felt that one just was not worth including into that little like highlight model thing I did at that part of the video. I just didn't think it was worth mentioning. It does look cool though. Here you go, here's a look at it. Something inside that orb at 13.28. Yeah, I see the orb. Now I didn't include that because I felt it was useless to mention that. That orb is there because of some Unreal Engine bullshit I will not be able to explain. That could be literally just as much as nothing. And then we have a camera model scene at 34.37. Might be an Unreal Engine prop, and I'm still 90% sure that's just an Unreal Engine prop of some sort. Maybe some camera angle test situation, I don't know. But those are all the notes I didn't include for a year 2 analysis. Now the year 3 analysis. There's a bit more there. Alright, starting with Arc with assumedly leaking Zap at 37.19. Do you say Arch or Arc? I guess I just felt it wasn't worth mentioning that, but I mean, there's not really much I can say about it either, besides that those drops are probably the Zap they were thinking about putting into the game. Next we have Flying Rock visible, unsure of earlier current model at 53 seconds. Now I didn't include it just because I was unsure about it, to be perfectly honest. It does look like it's the same Flying Rock model that's currently used, and I was like, yeah, if it's just the same model, I'm not sure if it's even worth mentioning. We're digging for weird stuff here, not just for things we've already seen 100 times. At 420 and 709, untextured drill dozer and early garage model. The reason I didn't include this is simply because it's pretty much the same model, lacking a few details, but untextured. The garage is early, I'll admit that. The garage is definitely an earlier version, but the drill dozers, I don't know. I didn't think it was worth mentioning like a small model adjustment with just having no textures on it. But here you go. You're watching this video, so now I did mention it. Alright, next we have nice tools, probably used for refinery repairing animations. So these are just, I don't know. You can see them normally in game. I felt it wasn't worth mentioning this as well. It's just a model without the cool animation. You do get to see the early version of like the pipe building, like a little PDA you use. But again, I don't know. I felt like everybody saw that model as well because it was there for the entirety of the experimental phase. There's another thing. It seems like you get to see like that weird sci-fi nail gun, whatever it is, with the Dark Future paint job, if that's what it's called. I think it's Dark Future, right? So yeah, that was weird. Why is it painted? That looks actually a little different from the model we have, which is interesting. Maybe I should have noted that, but I didn't. Oh well. And then I have some interesting cosmetic stuff hiding. I don't know, like I already mentioned in the video, I don't really care about cosmetics as much. There's some cool hats here. Maybe I should have at least mentioned that. Oh, we could get to peek at some maybe upcoming hats. Other than that, yeah, there's not really that much hiding here besides a bunch of references. I should have maybe mentioned these a bit more, but yeah, I don't know, I don't pay attention to cosmetics unless it's weapon frameworks. at 1 minute and 20 seconds. Welcome to the artboard. Now I should explain this thing a little bit. The original idea for the video was that I would have done a separate segment for the map and then the artboard when it comes to the year 3 art showcase situation. I was gonna do a separate artboard chapter where it's all the artboard stuff, but obviously when I was like figuring out the script, I realized that would just be dumb, a weird flow to the video, and just kind of weird that I would keep like showing like, oh, here's like these two hollow bow things, and then like 5 or 10 minutes later in the video, in the artboard, I'm explaining why I think those are for hollow bow, which would be really weird, or vice versa. If I first did artboard, explain like, hey, I saw this in the art map, you'll get to see later. That was just stupid. I just decided to merge them. Ended up being way better than the original idea. So the original idea, when we would get to the artboard chapter, I would have explained like, oh hey, you see the boxes at the top? Those are cosmetics. You see the boxes at the center left? Those are the biomes. You see the boxes at the very center, like that thing and that? Those are missions. Then at the very right, you see like just a sliver of a box over there. And those are UI mockups. At least I'm 90% sure that they are UI mockups. And then you see at the top left, you see that whole thing? Originally, I noted it as some sort of mission terminal planning, but I think it's concept art for the existing biomes, because we did at one part of the video see that those red things there and those like squares and are actually like concept art and references for salt pits. So I think those there might be for radioactive zone. And that, I have no idea what that is. I could have, but then again, actually those at the right, maybe those are, oh shit, I just realized I forgot to mention the secondary objective potential concept art you can see there. Oh well, now I mentioned them. Yeah, there you go. Maybe I'll give you a better look than if I can find a better look when in editing. And now we're moving on to the final note I have, which is 2802. Various timestamps, me claiming there's unused models around here, probably not worth investigating all the rocks. I did investigate some of the rocks that I felt were worth mentioning, but yeah, there's definitely some unused stuff hiding here, but it's just like, okay, will anybody actually like even notice when they get added? Will I even notice when they get added? Do I even know if these aren't currently already in the game? It's just not worth like fucking around with stuff like this. It's just, very vague shit. Well, that's my directionless bonus video for a directionless channel. Probably pronounced that really bad. And I'll leave it in just so you know what I have to deal with when I'm editing my audio recordings. Oh yeah, since you actually subscribe to this channel, stuck around to the end of the video, I think you should know that I have a secret Discord server in the description. You'll find the link. Goodbye, have fun!